Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called SCP Daybreak. Now, we're going to have a little bit of story time before we get going with the actual game itself. So, I'm recording this on the 29th of July, and the game came out, I think, on the 23rd of July. Right? Now, initially, I tried to play this on the 24th, right? When at the time it had really good reviews, okay? It's on Steam and it had really good positive reviews, and I thought, wow, a positively reviewed SCP game. This looks exciting and it's brand new. So I get in and see what sort of excitingness is going to happen. Yeah, well, I started the game up and it absolutely killed my computer. Right, like my computer's no slowpoke. She's not a NASA supercomputer, but she's no slowpoke. But this game absolutely killed it. And it was apparently doing that for a lot of people. So presumably all of those positive reviews were written by people with computers that are currently being used to chart courses to Mars. Anyway, several days went by and then they released an update which fixed that, and now the game doesn't break your entire computer when you play it. So we're going to have another go at if we can play this now. Since in the 5 days that have gone by since the game has been released, or since I looked at the game just after it was released, it's gone from having positive reviews to having mixed reviews. Now, I don't know whether that's just because it's been review bombed due to the lag, which seems quite likely, but I don't know exactly what we're going to find. The only thing that I do know is that this is the first SCP game I know of where you don't play as someone that has no idea what's going on, sort of an innocent member of the public that stumbled in.
Oh shit, I passed out. What now?
What now is that we need to turn the audio up. There weren't any audio settings, were there? No, you can't even access the settings from here, which is interesting. Never mind. Oh goodness, there's still a bit of lag and a bit of screen tearing, but that's alright. Oh goodness, oh goodness. Hopefully it will get better as we go. Hopefully. Yeah, there we are. A little bit better already. Yes, you don't play as a Class D, and you don't play as a member of the public. I believe you actually play as an SCP researcher, which seems a bit more interesting. Alright, let us hear what message we have from my boss.
Remain calm. This is a pre-recorded message. Assistance is ongoing. The SCP Foundation is currently experiencing an XK class end of the world scenario. The O5 Council is reviewing contingencies. Please remain calm. There is no need to panic. Survivors should meet best chance of survival. This is a pre-recorded message. Secure. Contain. Protect.
Yes. Hush. Alright, that had no right to spook me as much as it did. I sincerely apologise. That was humiliating. So the end of the world is nigh. Apparently we're experiencing some event called Daybreak, and I've got not a baldies what it is. I don't know whether it's something the developer has invented or something that previously existed in the SCP world. I don't know. The only thing I know is that I've been jumping out of my skin far too much recently, and that needs to stop. Right, how does one open this door? With one's face.
Hey, over here. Around the corner, to your right. The walkie-talkie on the table.
What? I can't hear. There's a big inconsistency in the voices in this game. Some of them are really loud and some of them are really quiet. Hello.
Oh, thank Christ you're alive. I'm Dr. Warner. Well, just error. Tense, emotional circumstances. I'm tracking you with the security system. We're gonna get you out of here.
Okay. What I'll try to do in editing is increase the volume of the segments where the people are talking, so that you can hear them a bit better. I can barely hear that myself. But if you couldn't hear that, if my attempts failed miserably, or I just forgot, both of which are quite possible, he said that he was tracking me through the security system and he was going to try and get me out of here. So that all seems happy and playful and joyous. Right, what does this say? Preliminary report on a Polyon class anomaly, codename of Daybreak, 2 hours 3 minutes after the event occurred. Due to its nature, the anomaly cannot be contained. The current death toll is estimated to be upwards of 6 billion. Really? 6 out of 7 people on Earth are dead? I guess I was probably one of the first, despite the fact that I never go outside and never look at the sun, so, you know. Never mind. Effects of the anomaly include, but may not be limited to, mutation, disfigurement, burns, agony, and ostensibly death. Well, I've already got most of those sorted already. No effort should be made to rescue or treat one of the infected. Conventional arms do little to stop them, although cold temperatures can slow their movements. Stay indoors. Do not expose yourself to sunlight. So it's some kind of sunlight which is causing mutation, disfigurement, and burns. I'm guessing possibly some kind of solar flare, perhaps? Perhaps that's what's going on. Let's see what Geordie's got in his office. He has a picture. A not very spooky picture. Can you see a sort of rippling effect? Sort of thing you get when you're like looking over long distances and it's really hot. Is that what it's trying to tell me? That there's a very, very, very high temperature at the moment due to the sun being all toasty. Presumably that would explain all of the burns. Right then, what do we have here? Oh, poor little pet. Rest in peace, little buddy. Right then, any other messages? Is this the same one as before? Is it going to blow my ears off again?
Remain calm. This is a pre-recorded message. Remain calm.
No,
Assistance
not again.
is
This
ongoing.
is a
pre-recorded
No.
message. The SCP Foundation is currently.
Alright. That's better. Goodness, they won't shut up. I agree. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right then, I guess I'm going through here. Into Dr. Michael's office. Hello, Dr. Michael. Oh dear, he seems to have fallen off his chair. What a travesty. Is there nothing I can do in here? No items to steal, no things to pilfer? No documents to ponder over? No, seemingly not. I feel like this blind isn't going to save us, right? If this thing, whatever it is, has killed 6 out of 7 people on Earth, is it really going to stop and be stopped by a blind? Whoa, what in the name of the plague doctor's big nose did I just do? Ah, so by pressing E, you can sort of pick up items a little bit. If you don't mind them immediately smashing into your face. Right, well I've moved some of the bits out of the way. It's almost like a puzzle figuring out which is the next bit you need to move. Well, not this bit either. Not this bit either. Get out. Get out. I'm in a bit of a pickle. There's something over there, but I can't quite see what it is. Can I jump? Yes, I can. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. I can almost fit through. But I'm ever so slightly too portly to manage that. I can't. Giddy arms. I'm a strong one, aren't I? Alright then, can I get access to this door then? Yes, I can. Right. This game is very inconsistent. Sometimes it's very loud, sometimes it's very, very quiet. Alright. Let's see what we have in this person's office, whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce for the sake of offending people. Okay, this is interesting. Do you remember long time ago I played a little game called SCP Break Room? You needed 4 screens. How much work were you doing, Doctor? Oh good, I can increase my maximum health with that. Yeah, we were playing a little game called SCP Break Room, which had SCP-999 in it, which I've never seen before, which was a big sort of orange blob. I didn't realise it had anything to do with cookies. Is it the SCP version of the Cookie Monster? Fear the light. But I've got a light. I'm not very scared of it. In fact, I quite like it. It's making all of the nasty things go away. Well, we shall find out. I don't know how many SCPs are in this, or whether there's any SCPs in this. Good, I mistook these. These I think are small vases. I mistook them for something else. Okay, I can't interact with that. You'd imagine they'd stop letting me interact with these things after a while, once I've had my ears blown off a couple of times by those messages. Right, oh dear. Looks like the filing clerk had a bit of a slip. Right, let's see what we've got in here. Misread that as well. I need to read a bit more slowly, don't I? They won't shut up. We can't contain the sun. Yeah, the sun's a bit bigger than you are, isn't it? There's some water here. Do you know what this light is supposed to be shining on? Oh, goodness. Somebody had a bit of an accident. Either out of the back of their head or out of the ends of their feet. Which neither are places where this is supposed to emanate from. But we'll leave that to one side for a sweet second. Okay, Gideon. Should go to the door, thank you. If you'd use your hands, it would help. Maybe they've been chopped off. Perhaps not. I don't know. Apparently there's some puzzle elements in this game, from reading the description. And, oh goodness, we can see outside. We'll get to that in a minute. And apparently there's, well, it says there was replayability in the game. I don't exactly know what that means. Normally, that translates to some form of random generation, or sort of multiple endings, or something like that. But, it is tricky to tell. Right then, let's stop beating around the bush and stick my head out a window and possibly get it burned to bits. Have I died? Yes, I have died, because I stuck my head out of a window. Just wanted a bit of fresh air. Right, I don't think I can save in this game. Because I couldn't save in the...
Shit, I passed out.
yeah. Alright, I don't think I can save, because there's no, like, savey thing here.
Hey,
So I'm not entirely sure what exactly,
the walkie-talkie on the table.
Am I going crazy? That potted plant was not there before.
Thank Christ you're alive.
Right, never mind any of that.
Just air.
Let me move this rubbish out of the way and get us back to where we're supposed to be.
I'm tracking you with the security system.
Giddy aunt, man! What do they make these filing cabinets out of? Styrofoam? Alright then. This time, I want to investigate what this is. I don't think this is anything important. This looks like a map. Maybe a map of a facility or a blueprint of a big machine. What does that say? I don't know. They're either names of things. These are turbines, aren't they? Turbine 11, 12, and 13. So it had something to do with airflow. There's lots of pipes. These look like rooms. That's a staircase. I am not sure. I don't think I can interact with it though. I also can't stand up, which is a bit of a worry. But never mind. Alright then. I mean, I know I read a thing a minute ago which told me the sun was very dangerous, and yet still I went and stuck my face in it. But, you know, you didn't expect anything less out of me, did you? And if you did, then you're sorely naive, I'm afraid. Okay, can't go over there either. It's interesting, I've never had a game where you had to, like, avoid lights before. Oh, that must be why... Can I get near that? Is that too dangerous? No, it seems alright. Can I get through here? This doesn't even seem to be a door, it just seems to be a panel. Yeah, that seems vaguely right. That must have been what it meant on the... Yacht! These doors! That must have been what it meant on this board over here. Fear the light. It must have meant fear the sunlight, not the artificial light. Alright then. Fair enough. Let's see what we have through the spooky red door. Not a heck of a lot. We have a less spooky green door over there. Let me just quickly poke around these other rooms, see if there's anything else of interest. Can I move this? Can I move this with my psychic mind powers? No, I have failed miserably and I'm going to be fired from my job. Although, to be honest with you, psychic mind powers would probably mean I'd be of great interest to the SCP Corporation, but not as an employee. Well, I've encountered another SCP, and it's called an invisible barrier, and it's a pain in the neck. Ugh, invisible barriers. Alright then, let's see what else we've got in here. No windows. Good. This person must have been rather upset when they got this office and there was no windows in it. Little did they know that it was going to save their life, judging from the fact that there were no entrails on the floor. Oh, goodness, this person liked their privacy. What about in here? I'm bashing my head into this and it's just not working. I am most confused. Oh dear, it seems you've run out of places to go. Oh, what have we here? Ooh, a code for the piece of paper. I mean the other way round. I'd better write this down. 7, 6, 5, 2. Okay. Let's go and see if we can figure out what this needs to be inputted into. What is the date? 1954. You had a chart from 1954? A chart with no data on it? Oh no, there is data on it. I'm trying to figure out what this is. What is that? Index value. Weekly closing price. It's a... Why may I mean, I get it. It's a stock thing from the developer stuck in here. I get it, but I want to be crass about this. Why would the SCP Corporation, on their uncomfortable Fisher-Price coloured chairs with their odd seam down the floor, why precisely would you be interested in data showing the closing price of a stock market? It doesn't identify which. Between 1928 and 1954. Why are you so interested in it? Oh, giddy on the Great Depression. Sorry. That was my degree, basically, so you'll have to forgive me for being vaguely interested in it. Alright then, never mind. I assume more of these doors are locked. They're not. Is that outside? I don't think that is outside. That's not a corridor, isn't it? Well, I can't see any monsters out there. Oh, giddy on. Fear the light. I thought I said let there be light at first. It'd be as if when that was said there was a big sneeze in the middle of the sentence, and then maybe that's what caused this. Right then, an exit. That seems a bit too cheerful. We'll investigate that in a wee second. Oh, this was that door I was trying to dig my way through earlier and failed miserably. What have we in here? Nothing. That's good. I must look out for a cage at first. Another call? Anything other than what
Remain
we've
calm.
before?
This is a pre-recorded message.
Alright then, let's just catapult ourselves out of the exit and hope. Alright, big fridge here. Could I have a snack? Could I have something cold to drink on this hot afternoon? Ah, here's the thing we need. I don't know whether there's going to be any kind of combat in this. It did say, didn't it, that there were, that was the wrong button. It did say that there were, people that have been mutated. Huzzah! By the event, and that I shouldn't try to fight them, because conventional weapons were being useless against them. So, there's that. Oh, goodness. Why can't I go in there? Why can't I open the door? There's something spooky in there. I'd like to see it. Never mind. We'll just do a few levels of 087B instead. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. Good. Otherwise, I'd have been a little bit stuck. Oh dear. That reddy-orange light doesn't make me feel particularly
We don't know much. Just that the sun turns us into monsters. The only way we've survived this long is we fear the light.
The sun's turning you into monsters, and the only way you've survived is by fearing the light. Okay, fair enough. How long ago did this happen? Giddy out. Level 3 clearance required. Well, screw you. I'm clearly a very intelligent and superior person. I have a level 3 clearance face. I can push through any doors I like. Right. Goodness. Someone had their office in a prison cell? Okay, fair enough. Either a very well-off prisoner or a very poorly off worker. Alright, can't get through here. Was I supposed to be back in that big warehouse area? Because I'm not. You've written that down again. What, is it the same code for this one? That's not very secure. Did your IT person not tell you you're supposed to have different passwords for everything? Alright. 7, 6, 5, 2. Yeah, seemingly. Okay. It seemingly not. Okay, maybe I'm meant to come back and do this later. I feel like I'm meant to be here having some kind of dramatic reveal of something. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. This has got a light on it, implying it's something important. Am I going to, like, bring down some shutters or something? It's a fuse box. Yes, I'm going to bring down some shutters. That's good. Could it stop making that infernal noise? Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Okay, I've got myself into a slightly safer place now. Wow, that actually looks really pretty. I'd love to go out and have a look at that. But, you know, I've got a sense of self-preservation. Why does this place look like the entrance to a train station? It's a bit spooky. Alright, let's go into the cafeteria with all these explosive barrels and have a cake. There is no cake. For a deplorable corporation, you'd think they'd at least have cake. You know what? I've actually never... A little realization has just realized me. Has come to me even. Is the SCP Corporation actually evil? Because aren't they technically doing something good? Like protecting the world from bad things and bad creatures and monsters and stuff. Sure, sometimes they screw it up, but imagine how much worse the world would be if they didn't actually catch any of the SCPs. Are the SCP containment people the good guys? I've always assumed that they were the bad guys for some reason. I'm having a little existential crisis of loyalties at the moment, but don't worry, I should be alright. Alright then. So we've got another staircase room with a load of wasted real estate round the back, and an elevator that does not work. Oh well, never mind. I do need to shave off a bit of weight. So up the stairs we go. Let's see if we can go through here. Yes, we can. Alright then. I might be able to jump over this. Oh dear. Somebody spilled all the jam. It's less than pleasant. Oh, I know what this is. This is that other doorway that we found when we went down the other staircase. Okay, fair enough. Nice to know how everything links up, at least. So, where is we now? I do not know. There is... Oh, goodness. Hello, sir. Ah, I don't think you are a sir. I think... Giddy, aren't you? You've got long legs. You remind me a bit of Morph, actually, with the sort of... the shape of your body. Wait. Right. I apologize for the screen went black there for a minute. My computer started shouting at me about something not very important. Right then, what does this say? Possible survivors. Dr. Bright, see Site 19. Followers of the Church of Broken Goo. Now there is a church I could get behind. Iron Biological, unaffected by SCP-001. I also don't know what SCP-001 is. Members of the Wanderer's Library who were inside assuming they sealed the entrances. Foundation staff located in extra or interdimensional spaces, including those in heavily fortified or shielded facilities. Foundation staff located on the moon. There are SCP people on the moon? Disregard, assume lost. Type purple entities, including sentient machines, artificial intelligences, and other non-biological entities. Marshall Carter, dark, limited employees situated in protected bunkers. Any GOC members located in secure and accounted facilities. No, do not approach. Likely number of survivors, 5,000, which has then been revised down to 150. Owen knows. Who's Owen? Is you Owen? I do not know. Quite dead, though. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're very dead. Alright then. Let's carry on waltzing around a bit longer and see what we can find. Other than an inconveniently timed hiccup. What does this say? Fries, fish and chips, and spaghetti soup. That sounds nice. Probably a diner in there, presumably. I cannot see in it, however, which is a small travesty. At least it's not banging on about Pizza Day, because that joke ain't getting old or nothing. Oh dear. Is this just red because it's red metal? No, it's not. It's red because it's blood, isn't it? It's red because it's blood. Oh goodness. Hello. Hi. How are you? Didn't see you there. Sorry for trying to barge in. I see you want some privacy. I'll leave you to your devices. Goodness. Well, we found that. Well, we might have found an SCP. I honestly don't know what that was we just found. I don't recognise it unless it's meant to be Ragtime Gal, in which case it's a strange iteration of him. Okay, all these places are locked as well. I really have no idea where I'm going. I feel like I should... Oh, sorry, Matt. I don't mean to be staring at you again. I feel like I should be getting a bit more direction from the man on the radio. But he's not been saying very much to me so far, other than don't go near the light. So, Don't feel like I'm learning a heck of a lot from him. But, yes. Just got to keep avoiding all the light. Alright then. Can I go through here? No. Can I go through here? No. So this whole room was a great big waste of everybody's time. Marvellous. Can I move this table? No. So there seems to be some limitations on the things that you can move, depending on their size, I think. There we are. I can scoot through. Can I get into the cafeteria then? Maybe if I move a few things. Can I move a few things? No, seemingly not. So why the hell did I come up here? Is there something I can do here with all of this flashy fun stuff? All of this dead body juice. And these gammy electrics, which remind me of my own gammy electrics. You sure I can't get in here? You should. Oh, giddy on. I thought this was broken glass at first. I now realise it's actually white staining. You really want some privacy, don't you? Sorry. Alright then. I really have no idea where I'm going. Let me just wander around for a minute and just see if I'm missing anything in this place. Am I just being dumb? It's never particularly unlikely. Before I leave and go back the way I came, because I feel like they wouldn't have this whole area here for no other reason than just to see one spooky person in a corner. Nope. I can find absolutely nothing. Alright then, let's continue up the staircase and see if we can find something a bit more exciting on the next floor. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is a bit more exciting. This is a bit more thematic. A bit more, spooky and pokey. What can I see through here? Not a heck of a lot. Certainly no dead bodies. Just another message. Alright. Oh, here we are. What odd currency. I wonder if they had like some sort of tokens, perhaps. Or merit points, perhaps. You know? Capture a certain number of SCPs and get a free donut. How thrilling. Is this the same thing as before?
Look. I am sending this message to whoever can hear it. My kitchenette is over. It used to be a backup kitchenette. Is that how you say it? Backup kitchenette for the downstairs lobby one. Now, there is nobody to feed, and I myself suffering from malnutrition. To anyone that hears this log, good luck, and fear the light, as they say.
I like that. I like how he's terminally miserable about the fact that he has nobody to feed. Oh, idiot, that's a nice effect. It's like, oh no, what shall I do with myself? I have no mouths to shovel dinners inside of. I've nowhere to go, isn't there? It's just a dead end here. Okay. This was just a backup kitchenette, was it? Alright then, fair enough. I like that he knows the word kitchenette, but not the word backup. That seems a little unusual. I feel like, I don't know many linguistic courses, but I feel like backup would probably come closer than that. Come sooner, rather. Okay, so there's nothing here either. Okay, I can't get through this window, can I? I do not believe so. No. Goodness, there's nothing here either. Man alive. There's a big environment, which I'm impressed by, but there's not a heck of a lot in it, which I'm a little bit less impressed by. Alright then, let's go back down to the lobby and see if we can find another door. It's a yarn, so if this door would get out of the way, that'd be spiffing. Yeah, let me have a poke around here for a second. There was an out in the kitchen. Did I try going through that door? I can't imagine why I wouldn't have. Yeah, that one's locked. Okay. So this is the primary kitchenette. Just avoid the front door. I get through the other level 3 clearance door, so yeah, I can get through here as well. Okay then, or at least we found a new place we can explore, and new doors I can smash my face into. It happened nearly 40 minutes ago. Daybreak, they're calling it. We don't know the extent of the effect or how much of the world has been hit. All we know is this. There are terrible abominations walking this earth, and if you touch the sunlight, you become one of them. Yes, they are fake tanned people. They are a bit scary. Okay, this looks a bit more like a spookiness that we're actually supposed to be getting into. Alright then. Sorry, I just instinctively tried to shut the door behind me. Sorry, that's my old containment breach. Instincts coming back to play. Alright then, let's see if we can find ourselves a Class D. Giddy out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It is nice not to be playing as a Class D for once in my life. Can I press one of these buttons to open this door? No, presumably not. I imagine most of the Class Ds would have been relatively safe because I've never seen a Class D cell with a light in it, or rather a window in it before, so perhaps most of them were alright. We did find one that had died. Of what, I'm not entirely sure. He seemed to die of his injuries rather than dying in the sunlight. And again, that note said that when you encounter the sunlight, you become one of the abominations. So that presumably means that people aren't dying. Evening, mate. What's that? Oh, it's alright, just a bunch of boxes and stuff. People aren't dying to the sunlight, they're just,
Jesus Christ. Why would anyone do this to themselves?
Oh! Are they meant to have committed suicide? I mean, I guess that would make sense. He didn't get very far, did he? Yeah, well, I mean, it certainly wasn't the light that killed them. I thought I could pick that up as a note, but I think there is a note there, but it's all bloodstained and I can't read it. I'm also not going to take this gun with me because I have no sense of self-preservation. Okay, that's interesting. When I bash my face into that door, I hear a stock locked door sound effect, which possibly implies I'm meant to find some sort of device to open it with. Because all the other locked ones haven't done that. Yes, such as this key here. Picked up key 1. Excellent. I shall use that on the door that was locked, one presumes. Let's see if I can get here, through here. Not the way! Oh dear. I'm not up on my Mandalorian episodes. I don't know the quotations. Oh gosh. I mean, I want to go in there, but at the same time I can't save, and I really don't want... Never mind. I really don't want to die and have to do this again. Let's just peek. Just peek. I can see something green. I see something orange. Something grey. Oh dear. Oh dear. I feel very unsafe here. These look like Class D holding cells, but they have the equipment of officers in them. I'm not sure what to write here. This entire situation has gotten everyone on edge. It is bad, really bad downstairs. Chaos. We tried SCP-500. Isn't SCP-500 a pill? I think SCP-500 is a kind of cure-all pill on one of those things, and they started to help us, so maybe we have a chance after all. Update. Oh dear, it's been 4 hours now. The military raided the medical ward and they took everything. How did the military know about the SCP Foundation? Isn't the SCP Foundation supposed to be secret to everyone? Like, literally everyone? What? I'm not adding more Battleforge. I assume this is a reference to something that I'm not in the know about. Right then, that is cool, or possibly offensive, depending on what it's referencing. I do not know. I only know that, goodness, I shouldn't go out there. Don't go here, leave. Ah, that looks real dangerous. Oh god, I'm gonna crouch and sneak up against this wall so that I'm not in direct sunlight. Why am I doing this? This is so stupid. I'm doing this because you're here, right? If you weren't here, I'd have gone back the other way and I'd be out of this place by now. But because you're here, I want to show you the interesting stuff. I don't just want to chicken out. Alright then. Giddy out. We found a car park. And everyone drives cars made of concrete, it seems. Okay, fair enough. I feel like this part of the area hasn't been finished yet. Maybe that's why there's no way I can get out there. And even if I could, it wouldn't do me any good. I'd just be out there in the real world and I'd die. hence why I'm staying in here. Both within the game and within real life. What was I talking about? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not convinced those cars are meant to be that sort of plain. I feel like maybe they're going to plan and put a bit more detail into that at some point, because obviously this has just been newly released. I don't know if it's in terms of like an early access thing, or whether they're like planning on expanding it in the future. I know there's like regular updates in terms of things being mended, but that's always the case with games. Thankfully so. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. I shall get all of that in a sweet second. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Get all the Class Ds in there, busting each other up. Fair enough. If I worked in the SCP Corporation, I'd need a bit of Class D cockfighting going on occasionally in order to cheer me up after a day of death. What does this do? I don't know. I'm pressing the button. Not a heck of a lot is happening. Oh well, never mind. Presumably I don't have the clearance for that. I mean, given that I open all the doors while pushing my face into them, I might not have any hands, which could be a severe problem. Do you have any notes or anything? Nope. You just have death faces. They won't shut up. They've shut it up now. They're dead. I do wonder what it is when they say they won't stop making noise. Are they talking about like the abominations, the monsters? Are they very noisy? Well, that should at least help me figure out where they are and when they're a bit too close for comfort. But I'm not sure. I have yet to see one. I can't see anything down there. There's a medical bed there, implying we might need to get. There's a medical bed there, which is good. We might be in a hospital now and get some speech therapy. That might mean we're close to the medical ward that they spoke about, which would be interesting. I mean, probably not, because the military took everything, didn't they? They didn't take this bucket, however. When there's a bed next to a bucket in a room with no windows in it, you know that it's a prison cell, and that is a pooping bucket. Oh, goodness. It's probably the least terrific thing we're going to see this afternoon, but it's still not exactly sublime. Things got bad. It wouldn't be an SCP game if they didn't. We were all downstairs to this wide room and told to stand against the wall. One of the other oranges, another Class D like me, kicked up a hell of a fuss and ran at one of the soldiers. We were all feeling it. We were about to be executed. This guy, he charged the soldiers and tackled him down, but he was torn apart by the others. They started it. Well, no, you started it by being a death row inmate, didn't you? We all followed him and made a break for it. By the looks of things, nobody thought they were getting out alive, no matter which side of the gun they were on. I bailed back to my room and hid behind the door. It only took a few minutes before the noises stopped, and then there was nothing. Nobody's come by for hours. I can hear footsteps. Somebody's coming and going. I'm going to leave the room now. If I get the chance, I'll leave another note. Okay. Interestingly, sort of the handwriting and the paper is different on many of the notes, implying that they are written by different people. This is a lovely health and safety problem. You step out your front door and you get your brain bashed in. Excellent. Who needs Class Ds without concussions? Oh, goodness.
There's a supply tunnel near here that leads to an old Prohibition train line. That'll get you to Site 19.
Okay, I didn't catch all of that. It says something about a train line that'll take me to Site 19. I can't remember what number it said at the beginning. Did it say Site 52, I think, at the beginning? Is that where we are currently? I feel like a lot of this world you don't really need to look at. You can just sort of scoop through most of it, which is a bit of a shame. Because I feel like quite a lot of work has gone into the creation of this environment, so it seems a bit sad just to scoop by it. But giddy odds. I mean, this is literally just a fighting pit, right? This is for the spectators, and then this is for all of the killing people. Maybe somebody would like to kill me for being professional enough to remember to turn my phone off. Giddy odd. What does this say? With future unfurled, the family we'd won, commitment and duty for the family we'd raise. Crullen skies ferry the shimmering sun. Buried, shackled by fate, overrun by ever-growing resent and malice. Yesterday, we were as one. Now you lie here, the life in you gone in the dark, outside of her rays. Crimson skies bear the torch. Our sun today, my love, will be as one. Well, that was very poetic. How many people did you have to murder, and how long did you have to drip them to get enough blood out of them to write all of that, I wonder? I don't know. Is there a document here? No, there is a small chopping board for when the Class D's fancy a salad, it seems. Right then. Okay, nothing else of much critical importance here. Can I find another thing to shut those, close some shutters on this? Because I don't feel massively safe going over there. Anything in here that might be like that? There is a clock. What time did the world end? The world ended at 1:30 in the afternoon. That means we're about 2 hours and 4 minutes overdue. This is the same as what we had before. There's that site 19, so I might find Dr. Bright if I get on this train. Okay, can I find anything to put some shutters down? I don't know, there's some mysterious lights on that wall, but never mind none of that. Let's see if there's anything of importance or consequence here. I do not believe that there is. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm standing pretty close and I'm still alive. It doesn't want me to go over there, does it? Okay, fair enough. It wants me to come down here.
What the hell? This can't be real.
You work for the SCP Corporation, mate. You need to leave sentences like that at the door. Okay, I don't think there's anything else of much importance in any of those rooms. What does the rest of the poem say? Saffron skies raise the blazing sun. A chance encounter. Awkward displays one day. My love, we'd be as one. With two entwined, a set course begun. That frantic, wild, lustrous haze. Azure skies host the radiant sun. Above us beaming as we run down that aisle, a fervent craze. That day, my love, we became as one. So it seems to be talking about the sky and the sun and somebody that they care about and some sort of joining. Interesting. I wonder if that's a real poem from somewhere, or whether the developer themselves has written that. Either way, I am impressed. It seems quite relevant, and I like it when games include bits of other media which are sort of relevant to things. Right then. Quarantine. Oh dear. There's somebody in there working from home in their underpants. Sorry, my jacket had gotten out of place. Yeah, if there's anything that I would recommend this game fix, it's its audio. Right, and I know that I am one to complain about audio balancing levels, right? Mr. Dreadful Audio all the time. But I keep misreading what that says, and it's not very proper of me. Is the sun out there? I can see something slightly orange out of the crack. Or I could for an instant. I might leave that for the time being, because I don't have the code, unless it's the same one as before. Yeah, it's just like some of the voices are... Some of the voices are so quiet, and then some of the other voices are so loud. I think it's based on proximity, which is fine, but sometimes the voices do need to be louder even when they're further away. But I can't open that anymore, but is that what that noise was? I think that one opened a tiny bit, but didn't open enough to let me in. Oh goodness, this one opened enough to let me in. So this must be that medical ward they were talking about, because this has got sort of bodies in it. Yes. Giddy God. When you get close to things, sometimes the flashlight gets a bit smaller. And like when you get further away, it then becomes like a bit bigger, but a bit more distant. It's an interesting sort of effect that I haven't seen before. It's quite competently put together, but it's a bit spooky. All right then. Good. At least there's no dead bodies. There's the number 4 here. Presumably this is another code. Don't know where in the sequence that's going to go, but we'll figure that out as we go. All right then. Can we go in here? No, we cannot, which is probably a good thing, because it looks a bit glitchy in there. Alright then. So do I need to... Oh, there's footprints here. There's more footprints going to a heck of a lot of blood. Oh dear. Where's the sun? Oh, it's not. Okay, it's just a light. That's fine. Here's the number 6. I like that it's all written in fluorescent paint. I approve. Right then. Exit. Oh, giddy on. You know what? I think I'll stick around here for a little while. it's a little less. It's a little less deathly, if you don't mind. I feel like I'm spying on the neighbours. No, can't see anything in there. Certainly no numbers written in fluorescent paint. Evening, friend. How are you? Giddy on. That's a new yoga pose. I'm not familiar with that one. Alright then, let's see what we can find in this little reception area. See if we can find any more numbers. Something other than some tarpaulins stuck on the wall. Yes indeed, here is a number. So we've had the numbers 4, 5 and 6 thus far. And some pills. Many pills. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Presumably not the SCP 500 pills. I seem to remember they were red in colour. Here's the number 3. Okay, so we've had the numbers 3, 4, 5 and 6 thus far. I don't know what the sequence is in terms of using them, or exactly where they're going. We did see a keypad somewhere. I still don't know where this train station is. You wouldn't really think a train station would be near a medical ward. I mean, I guess you might say that you needed to transport people, you know, when they arrive at the facility. If they're injured, they might need to get their treatment quickly, but where I come from, you know, maybe it's different in other countries, but where I come from, we don't really transport people in trains when they're dying. You know, we usually use ambulances for that, or helicopters. Not trains. Okay then. So what's the code going to be? It's definitely the numbers 3, 4, 5 and 6. The question is what order they appear. I think 4 appeared first. Then it was 6, then it was 5, then it was 3, in terms of like the chronological sequence I encountered them in. So let's try 4, 6, 5, 3. Oh dear, I have been stupid! Which surprises the grand total of nobody. Alright then, let me just quickly waltz around once more and have another quick look at the numbers. Just to double check that I was seeing them in the correct order and I didn't miss any. So give me a moment, I shall work this code out and then we shall see what is on t'other side of door. Right. You know the 4, the 5, the 6 and the 3 that are in this area? They're total rubbish. You don't want the 4, the 5, the 6 and the 3. You want the 7652 that we were using earlier. For some reason there's a second code written out there which is total rubbish. Good thing I discovered that before I spent ages typing in every possible combination of those 4 digits. Ahem. Hello, sir. Right. We have some music now. That is exciting. Does that mean we're approaching something dramatic, or possibly even the ending? I do not know. Again, I can explore all of this area, but there never seems to be very much of importance in it. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Everything has been set on fire. That's less than sublime. Okay, then. So where's this train station I was promised? And this Site 19 that I was also promised?
How long are these hallways?
I was thinking a similar thing myself, my friend, but I didn't want to be mean by saying it. Goodness, we've got some very spooky music coming along. Can't wait to see how many copyright strikes we get for that. Okay, well there's another green light. Those normally imply an exit. But I can guess what the code will be. Don't let them in. Oh yeah, that's right. We still haven't seen one of those abominations yet, have we? I hope that we do see one by the end, because otherwise I'm going to be a bit disappointed. Oh goodness. See what I mean? There's so much world. I can't tell if that's an artificial light or not. I think it is, but I can't take the risk given how far I've come. There just seems to be so much world here that's been developed and created.
Shit.
But you.
Looks like this is the wrong exit.
Evening, friend. You have failed your driving test, but you have managed to repaint everything inside a lovely red leather. So that's very exciting. Okay then, I guess we do have to risk that being an artificial light. I mean, it's not the orangey colour of a natural light, so maybe it'll be alright. Oh no, I think it is alright. Yeah, it's just like a spotlight. Okay, that's fine. It's like here, again, we've got loads of rooms here that have been like modelled and designed and put together, but then there's never really anything in them. Which is a bit weird, if I'm honest. It seems odd to go to this amount of effort to create a world that you're not going to do very much with. Which is a bit strange, but never mind. We find another body. Can we find a body in here? No, seemingly not. You'll find a dent. That's naughty prisoner, damaging SCP Corporation property. Probably deserved whatever they got. Which is, from what it sounds like, is a lot of sunburn. Oh goodness. Well now where? Where to now, dear friend? I don't know. That looks like an exit. But that's not how you open doors where I come from. But it's open. I still can't get through it. I'm through it now. I don't know how, but I am. Good. The music has died. That is less good. Alright then. Maybe I misheard it. Maybe he didn't say a train station. Maybe he said something else. How does one go up here? Goodness! What the hell just happened? I don't know, but I got to the top of it. A lot of confusing things are happening here. That's grass, and grass implies sunlight, and I'm scared of sunlight. Giddy, it's like playing a game as a vampire. Just a very, very, very rubbish one. Alright then. This is colourful. I like this. I must say that the lighting of the Daybreak effect is absolutely gorgeous. I just wish that it wasn't quite so murderous, so we got a bit of a greater opportunity to look at it. We've seen that symbol quite a lot at the beginning, implying it's of consequence. Giddy aunt, somebody got a bit cross with their computer. So cross they didn't bother to unplug it before chucking it out. Yeah, it's a beautiful effect. I just wish that we got to see it a bit more, because obviously we can't due to it being quite so lethal. Alright then, I guess we are leaping down this this turbo shaft. No, Jeffrey's tube. Sorry. Wrong. Giddy aunt, it's dark. That's a very nice effect. It only works when you're facing in exactly the right direction, but it's a nice effect nonetheless. Alright then. Let's see what we can find. I'm amazed we haven't seen a single SCP yet, with the exception of that ghost man. Although it is nice to see an SCP game that is not just going with your basic, you know, here's the crying man, here's ragtime gal, here's what's his number? The bloke that started it all. 183, I think is his number. I think that's the one. The big old concrete bauble creature. Goodness, this is an absolute maze. I must say, there's certainly been a lot more, well, on the one hand there's a lot more content here than I would have expected, on the other hand there's a lot less content here than I would have expected. As I said, in terms of, you know, there being stuff that you can't really Oh, I can stand up in this place? Oh, that allows me to be much more expedient. Thank you. Giddy on. The advantages of being short. What's that? Tell me it isn't excrement. What was I talking about? I've totally lost my train of thought. Oh yes. There's like a very big environment here. It seems relatively detailed. There's just not a heck of a lot sort of that you can sort of see and do in it, as it were. It's mostly just sort of waltzing about a bit, which is alright in its own way. Ah! The train station. Of course! The train station made of poo! Or as it's otherwise known, every train service in the United Kingdom. Right then. Can I get this going somehow? Can I make it go? Can I find things to make me go? One does not know. Do I have to take a seat? Do I have to park my patoot? I do not know. Maybe the train doesn't work and I have to walk. Perhaps that is the reality of my situation. Seems to be, yeah. Is it just floating? Tell me it's not just floating. I think it is just floating. Alright then. As I said, this game was released like less than a week ago, and I don't think it's finished. So, I also don't think that we're finished, because if I remember correctly, I vaguely recall reading in a patch note thing about some water physics, I think, which implies we're going to see some water at some point. And enough water that it's going to require some sort of physics to go with it. So, there may be more yet to come. I don't know. I don't think I should go out there. I can't go out there, I'll just die. I was going to say, where do we live? The Sahara Desert. But then I remembered, oh yeah, I forgot the sun exploded, didn't it? Everywhere is into the Sahara Desert. I can't go out there. Well, this was a humongous waste of time. Giddy yarn. Where am I meant to go, though? If not down there. And didn't he say a train station that would take me to Site 19? You probably heard him better than I could. Okay. I mean, this area with this, like, train station, this does feel the least finished. In terms of, like, the models and the detailing and the amount of stuff that's here. I get, maybe this brownstone is meant to be like a tunnel, perhaps? But they just haven't finished texturing it up yet. I don't know. I really feel like I should be getting on this train and making it zoom away. But, doesn't seem to be happening. I can sneak underneath it, which is an interesting thing I didn't know I could do. Okay, are you... Maybe I need to shut the door? Close the door? Push some buttons, turn some dials, flip some switches? Grab this and yank on it? No, not till later, Phil, not till later. I'll do that when the camera's off. Right, what was I talking about? Oh yes, this train which doesn't work. I make the simile again to the British train. Get down. You're not familiar with our train service. It used to be the envy of the world, and then it became really, really rubbish. Okay then, maybe there is another place that I can go via this ventilation system. Maybe there's not another place I can go via this ventilation system. I can't seem to get back in it. Well, this is a pickle I've gotten myself into. I can't get back into the vents. There's a crack in the world. There's a crack in my skull as well, and my brain's bleeding out my ear trying to figure out what I'm doing. Have I, like, reached the end of the game as thus it exists? Oh dear. I'm not sure what to do. I can't go back. I physically can't go back, and going forwards is likely going to kill me. Oh, goodness. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop surfing, and chill, my friend. Okay, this is actually a good discovery. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, well, interesting. Alright, I need to try and get this plank without walking forwards. I need to walk this plank backwards towards that vent, because I might be able to use it to get myself through the door. But, oh gosh, I'm like a dog with a branch. I can't get it through the door because it's pointing the wrong way. Oh gosh, oh dear, what if I stand on the far side of the door and then press it? Yay, there we go. Okay, I reckon this might be able to get me back into the here. Okay, oh, now it's stopped surfing everywhere. That's good. Okay, let's just see if I can get this in a position where it's gonna giddy on. Hang on a second, give me a moment, I'll see if I can get this working. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Huzzah! I did it! I am inventive with my solutions to problems. Right, giddy on. When they said there'd be puzzles in this game, I didn't think that's what they meant. I presume that that's not what they meant. And I was in fact just quite fortunate and I just went down the right pathway correct the first time. I'm just convinced that going to the end of that tunnel and jumping out the end is going to kill me. Because it's just outside. There's light everywhere. I shouldn't go out there. But I can't go anywhere else because all of these are just dead ends and ventilation shafts. So, I'm kinda a little bit stuck. Unless I go back the way I came again. Further, I mean. I don't see that I've got much choice. Alright, I'll go back the way I came and see if I can find anything else. Which implies this entire area is superfluous. Which seems a little improbable. Oh no, because then that would take me out here, and there's no way I can get out here. Okay then, I guess we are going out that corridor. I guess we are indeed. Okay, I guess we're going out the corridor. Or out the tunnel even. I'm going to try and use this plank to surf my way down the giddy on. Yeah, like that. Just not yet. Wish your sense of brevity, my friend. Well, not brevity, just timing. Right, come on. There we are. There we are. That's a bit better. Sometimes when you pick it up, it kind of resets its direction a bit. Right then. Take me and me surfboard and see if I can make this thing do its thing again. Oh, giddy on. Yeah, you kind of did it, but you were kind of pointing in the wrong direction while we did it. Right, come along now. Oh, giddy on. Giddy on. Come on. Never had surfing lessons, and it shows, doesn't it? Right, come on. Come on. I want to do this. This is going to be... Ow, my face. This is going to look cool, and goodness knows we need it if this is the end of the game. Right. Go forward. Go forward and a bit less on the old up front. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Not convinced I know what happened, but I think I'll leave the surfboard behind. It seems a bit dangerous. This game has been a journey. Even before it begun with the blasted lag. And now, now even afterwards. I genuinely feel like this is just gonna kill me, but I don't see that I've got any other options. Well, here I am. At least we get a better look at outside. Oh dear. You got the bad ending. What? What? Okay. Okay, so it's not in a 1.0, I'll say that at least. Let's Is there any sound? No. Let's just go back into the game where it's a bit quieter, and then we can have a few thoughts about this wee game here. Hello, friend. There's some music playing, but I can't make it go away, so we're just going to have to deal with that, I'm afraid. So obviously everything that I say is based on the fact that it's still in sort of early access. So in terms of like quality things which obviously need to be improved, the audio balancing in terms of the voice, as I said earlier, needs to be mended. Yay, the spooky music has stopped. That is excellent. I like that it's a non-traditional SCP game. I like that you have a different sort of bad guy to normal. It's not just the traditional poster boy SCPs. It's something a bit interesting and unique this time, like the light, which is killing you. And I must say, it does look truly gorgeous out there. If Fallout looked more like that, if like the glowing sea in Fallout 4 would look more like that, then it would have been a bit more impressive. Yeah, I think it needs to. The story it communicates through the notes is good, right, and it's quite driving. The story it communicates through the messages on the walkie-talkie from that man are very, very light, and maybe that's intentional, and that's all right. If it's just meant to give you a bit of direction, then that's right. And the story is meant to be conveyed through the notes, and that's okay. And I like that you play as a researcher, and like that we've got this sort of unique event going on. That we're talking about and dealing with, rather than it just being another containment breach, because so many SCP games just try to take a containment breach and recreate its success, and they invariably fail miserably. Even the Unity remake. So I like that it's doing something a bit different. It's a weird bittersweet thing. I'm on the one hand very impressed that they've got an environment this big that's all been created and designed. On the other hand, I'm a bit disappointed that so much of it seems so surface level, in that there's nothing really in it. Nothing that you can sort of do, and most of the environment you just sort of run through and you ignore the vast majority of it. I still have no idea who or what you are. Nope, none at all. Yeah, I feel like if the world was a bit more detailed, or at least had something that made you slow down and look at it a bit more, then that would be good. Because I appreciate that you want to have a big environment because it's like an SCP site. You would imagine it would be a big one. You wouldn't imagine it would be a little tiny place. So I get that you want a big environment, and I'm pleased that that's what is being driven for here. I just wish there was a little bit more in it that you could do. Something to actually make you slow down and enjoy the environment rather than just race through it. Because at the moment, there's huge swathes of the area you need not come to. Like this floor, there's nothing on this floor that you need or can get. There's not even any story here. There's literally just a few empty rooms, and then this little weirdness over here. And then the room above, which again has a nice interesting thing in it in terms of the message on the answer phone, but then not very much else. But maybe the world is going to be like added with lots of extra details and stuff as time goes by, which would help improve this massively. And I died again. Huzzah! You'd think that'd be the bad ending. I presume that the ending isn't finished. I have no idea how you get the good ending, because I don't know anything else that I could have done in terms of like decisions I could have made or things that I did. Presumably there must be something different that you can do, because it mentioned that the game had replayability. So at least, I mean, that confirms that it is different endings. There must be something in it you can do which gives you access to the good ending instead. I don't know whether that involves going somewhere else or doing something else. I don't feel like there was anything that I could have done that would have changed the answer, because the only thing I really interacted with was like the keypads and the notes that I read. So there was no like decisions that I could have made, like, do you release someone from prison or not? Do you contain certain bad guys or not? There was nothing like that. So I'm a bit confused as to how you get the good ending. But this has a lot of potential and a lot of promise with its story, and it's beautiful world of this. Sorry, I just really cannot get over how gorgeous the outside world is. I really wish we could look at it a bit more properly, but of course we can't due to the whole lethal nature of it. And I look forward to seeing where this goes in the future. We might return to this at some point when it's a bit more complete, and when I've forgotten most of how it goes. Because this is one of the more promising SCP games I've played. And let's be honest, there are a lot of very unpromising SCP games out there. But, so it's not a very high bar to hit. But, yeah. I'd like to see where this goes in the future, because I genuinely do think it has potential to be interesting and fun. I just hope that more is done with the environment, and meaningful ending is stuck on the end, instead of you just committing suicide by jumping out of a hole in the ground. But, as I said, with like how low poly the train was, and how there was nothing in it, and it was just like an empty tube, it looks like that area isn't finished to me. I'm guessing that that's the train that you get on. There's going to be something like, you get in the train, you set it going, there'll be like some sort of animation of you going through the tunnel, and then you'll sort of switch into a different environment, and then like the second half of the game will occur in the other site 19. That seems like the likely thing, and they've just stuck that on the end now so that you realise that's the end of the game. And if that's the case, that's absolutely fine. Because it's early access, then, you know, that doesn't matter at all. But, I will keep my eye on this, and see where it goes in the future. I might return to this in a year or two, when there is a bit more to see and do. So, yes. I shall do some research on this Daybreak thing and see whether it's an established SCP concept or not, because it seems quite interesting. I'd be quite interested in what sort of science is behind it. I assume some sort of solar flare or some kind of spike of radiation or something that's massively increased the temperature of the planet, probably. And then some sort of radiation which causes the mutation, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, I've sat here and prattled long enough. This video is probably far too long as it is, so I shall stop and let you get on with the rest of your life. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.